was just this NBC poll that came out last week or over the weekend showing that since they started polling people on gun ownership in like 1990 or something, it's actually the rates of gun ownership are at record highs in this country.
Sweet.
66% of Republican households, and I think it was like 43% of independents, and even 41% of Democrat households now report having at least one gun in the home. And that is huge. And it was something like a 46% increase in the black population. Yes. And so they're freaking out and they're saying, oh, it's destabilizing the country. Meanwhile, support for gun rights is at record highs.
Yeah, we can't let the black people have guns, right? No, I mean, that's the historical context of guns, taking rights of gun ownership away was directed at black people.
It has been the prime directive of fools in office to keep the guns out of the hands of those darkies. They are failing spectacularly.
You're gonna get demonetized so
no,
hard.
I can say it. I can say
Benjamin.
that. I'm a Negro. I can say it. But I'm not also historically accurate. I'm just being honest. So
and that's what. Well, we know.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I've actually like 3 or 4 times told myself I'm going to do this big project and cover the racist roots of gun control. And every time I do, I get like, I'm not even up to the Civil War and I've got like a 20-page document and I'm like, there's no way that I could do a video on this and cover all of this and even do it in a series of like 10 videos. It's too much.
If you want to oppress people, you can't let them have guns.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's what we're even seeing, like friends of ours who were not previously gun owners and they are not white. They are among that percentage of people who are now new gun owners. They see all the we're down in Central Texas right now, so we're seeing the brunt of the border crisis. Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, we're seeing the brunt of it. People are scared. And so they're going out and arming themselves. I think, Benjamin, what was it that you said to him? The father, right? So it's a family.
Okay, I'll tell you. So I had a friend of mine. He's a instructor in martial arts, so he can fight. He's a pretty weak boy, 6'1", solid. So he can handle himself in a hand-to-hand situation. And he says, yeah, someone broke in my house. I use a sword or something like that. And I said, but what about the other 2 guys and your kids and your daughters and your wife?
Your wife.
Are they, when you're fighting the one guy and there's 2 or 3 of them, are they hand-to-hand too? Yep. And it started to make him think about it.
Gonna be
safe. And here's the thing: he's got some little killers. Okay, they're black belts. They're trained to fight and scrap too. But against a grown man like me, like what is that? I mean, your little girl, your 16-year-old girl versus a grown man. It's going to be a problem.
Absolutely.
And so one of the things that is, I think a lot of us forget when people talk about why they don't want a firearm is they're thinking about like a street fight. They're thinking about some person who just wants to fight you, not someone who wants to destroy your home. They're not thinking about someone who wants to essay your family members and things like that, or murder you, really. They're not thinking about the fact that the person who's attacking you may be a professional at violence, and or if they're smart, this is premeditated. They might have watched you.
Yep.
They know exactly what you can and can't do when you're not ready. So this is it's never a fair fight. It's always a fight that's fair or better. The odds are forever in the criminal's favor who is initiating the violence.